What's up, YouTube? My name is Maurice. It's like late at night, and I just decided to share a story about my life. Um, I really don't know where to begin, but it's kind of something that's been on my heart lately, and I feel like if I share it with somebody else, you might could be blessed, or you might could be encouraged off of it. I'm 23, and over the past 23 years, I've experienced a lot of things, including stuff with my parents, my siblings, just life itself. If you look at me, you wouldn't think that I would have gone through so much in such a little time, but it's life. Both of my parents were drug dealers. I'm sorry, not drug dealers, but drug addicts, and were kind of not in my life. My dad died when I was 9, and I never had a relationship with him. And that's something that I kind of missed. I know it might sound strange that a 23-year-old would miss having a relationship with his father, but it's something that I felt like I was owed. Um, my mother, she used drugs real heavy, even before I was born, after I was born, with my other siblings and all, to the point where we had no relationship. Me being the oldest and the firstborn, my grandmother decided to take me in. Um, and she promised my mom, she said, you can have as many kids as you want to have, but this is the only one that I'm going to take. And she wound up having three more kids. Um, my little brother just graduated from high school this year. Um, and like I'm so proud of him. But just knowing where he came from, like growing up, having to go to speech classes and having to learn how to talk because the drugs affected him that my mom used. And she left him like at a babysitter when he was 9 months old. So just imagine your parents or someone leaving you somewhere and never coming back to get you. It's kind of like, wow, you know, somebody would really do that to their kids. It happened. Um, I have two other brothers and sisters. They're actually twins, and I've never seen them. The only thing I've seen of them was a picture. And at this point in my life, the only thing I would want to do is to make contact with them, to actually meet them and let them know that I have been, what I'm saying, thinking about them, wondering what's up with them, what they're doing. This is something that I don't think I would wish on anybody. And that being said, that it's so many people in the world who have both parents in the home who have been raised with their brothers and sisters who I guess most people would say have the good life who take that for granted. There's so many people my age, people who probably older, who wouldn't admit, but there's something that you feel like you're missing. My grandparents raised me, and I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, I'm 23. I don't have any kids. I don't have a criminal record. I'm in school. I work. I'm trying to do something to better myself, to be better than my parents were to me, to show them that you can still be yourself and not get caught up into what they chose to do. Um, there are things that I've done that I wish I hadn't have done, but that's life and things happen. Um, but I feel like if my grandmother hadn't took me in when she did, then things could have been a lot worse. Who knows? I could have been on the street somewhere just doing any and everything. But God laid it on her heart to take me in, and I'm so grateful for that. Um, Me and my brother relationship over the past years haven't been the best, only because he had been adopted. So, we kind of lost contact with each other, even though we stayed in the same city. He had his family. I was with my grandparents. So, we talked when we could. I saw him every now and then. But now that he's graduated from high school, he's at the point where he really wants to know everything that's going on, why we're not together, why we weren't raised together, why he's staying where he's staying, where our parents are, do we have any brothers or sisters, or it's stuff like that. When you're in situations like this, um, and you're being raised by foster parents or you've been adopted, you really it's going to come a point in that child's life where they're really going to want to know why. And most of the questions that they have is going to be why this, why that, why did it have to happen to me, Um, and I believe it's a cause for a lot of anger and frustration and those type of things. I think they're really normal. And you can get advice from people. I believe you can get advice from people, but you really can't give advice on something that you haven't been through. So just like a person giving me advice, okay, well, your father wasn't there, your mother wasn't there, okay, but you don't know how it is to go through that until you've been placed in that situation, and that's actually with any situation. You really can't give advice that would be meaningful if you haven't been through the same thing yourself. Um, and I think people think that it's something that you should just let go. Like, okay, it happened. It is what it is. It's in the past now. Just let it go. It's not that easy. It took me a while to even try to forgive my mom for the mistakes that she made, the choices that she made, and only because of the stuff that she did to me. It may seem petty, but she promised me things from being in jail most of my younger years, never being there for anything, and I feel that that there's a place like in me that's still hurt from that, and the same with my father. And Father's Day just recently passed, and it kind of made me feel like what would it have been like to be able to call my dad on Father's Day and be like, "Daddy, happy Father's Day," or what, give him a gift or something. I would never have that opportunity to do that. I wondered what my relationship with my father would have been like if he was still alive. Um, I think about those things constantly, but at the end of the day, my thoughts are still like, okay, I just got to be better than they were. Um, I really don't know what to do concerning like a lot of things related to my life. I'm at a point now where I almost feel like giving up on some things. School is like one of them. Um, hmm. But I want what's best for me. I want what's best for my brother. I want what's best for my whole entire family. But it just seems like getting to that point is like almost impossible. And it's so many things that I want to do, I want to be in life, but it just seems like just trying to get to that one thing is like the hardest thing to do. Um, I know with God, all things are possible. So some stuff, you know, I shouldn't even let bother me, but it does. My brother's in growing up, and I don't want him to go down the wrong road or take the road that my parents took. I don't want him to do that. I want him to continue being that young man that he can be and go to school or do whatever it is that he wants to do in life because he has the potential to be something so great. And I believe that if he just stick to his plan and he stick with God, that he can do it. And I think I should take my own advice on that one, because I can do it, do whatever it is that I want to do as long as I put God first and I let Him direct me. Um, I just let like little stuff get to me, like money issues and not having my own and like stuff like that. But I believe one day it's going to happen for me to where I'm going to have more than enough. I'm going to be able to do things that it is that I want to do. I'm going to be able to help my family. I'm going to be able to get us together and build a relationship. And I believe that it's never too late to try to fix relationships or try to even build them. There are times where I have wanted to write like Maury or Oprah or somebody just to help me find my siblings. I really don't even know where to start to find them. But it's so heavy on my heart that I find them and I make contact with them because the type of person that I am, I wouldn't just want to see them one time. I would actually want to make contact and stay in touch with them. Because at the end of the day, they're still my brother and my sister. They're my blood, and I feel like that is owed to me. That I just see them. I feel like that's owed to me. Um, I want to write a book, but I have no idea on how to go about starting that. That's something that I really want to do, and I believe that it will bring me a lot of success. Um, my number one goal right now is to finish school and just make something of myself. Um, I just want to be a better person than my mom and my dad was, and I know that we all are human and we all make choices sometimes that aren't the best. And I question, sometimes why did it have to happen to me? Why did it have to happen to us? Why did my mom have to use drugs? Why did my daddy have to use drugs? Why was he never there? There are times where I do ask those type questions, and I ask God, why me? Um, and I believe that it was me because I could handle it. I think He let this happen. He allowed this to happen because He knew that I could actually handle this. I could handle all of the stuff that we've gone through. I could handle the stuff with my mom. I could handle the stuff with my dad. I believe that it all happened for a reason. And at the end of the day, we may not like it, but in life, things do happen for reasons. And it happened to me. And one day I'm going to be able to think back on stuff that I've done, and I'm going to be like, yeah, if it hadn't happened to me, then things wouldn't be the way that they are. And I believe that God is making me person is helping me become the person that I'm supposed to be. He's helping me become that man of God that I'm supposed to be. And he's helping me get through this because it's not an easy process. It's not. And I don't believe that he's brought me this far to leave me. So I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep pushing because I gotta do it. I have to make it. I'm gonna make it. So I thank you all for listening to my little story. It wasn't everything that I wanted to say, but I think I said enough for now. Maybe I'll get some views and some encouragement and some feedback or something from this. So there it is. Thanks for listening.